Let me get all set up because Casey's right. I should record because I got another story to tell, and also it's Minecraft. Who doesn't? Why don't I want to record for Minecraft? But anyway, especially if this mod is so nice, incomplete, but oh well. I should turn down my volume a bit. It was turned down. But I really hate OBS's volume controls. They're so wonky and wacky and just not great to use. Like, at all. But I have to use it because I got no better idea. No better software to use. But anyway. Oh. I don't know why you would do the stone version of the smooth version of something, and not the not that version. But yeah, so I am now, my true form has been unlocked, as well as Casey's. So I now have access to literally all my abilities. After proving myself by saving my grandma from congestive heart failure and third heart attacks, as well as defeating the Null Force, and the Null Forces are in disarray and are being cornered and collapsed and separated from the evil, the Null. For the benefit of everything, all creation, all of existence, all life, whatever you want to call it, the greater good. We're way beyond that now, boys and girls. But anyway, however, it unlocked a bittersweet memory. Turns out, me and Casey, well, we've known each other all our human lives, and she's known me all of her existing life. 9.77 billion years ago, Casey first came up to what was then a spry young light bulb that was just, starting to create all existence. After winning the first war in the Null Wars, that allowed existence to exist. And now existence to, lose for once. And, I remember it right now. I mean, yes, it's very high concept, so my human brain is having a very hard time grasping it. But, it also doesn't have nearly enough power to, handle what I was back then. Handle memory as it should be. But essentially, also Durster, his co-pilot, and Alicia, Amazon Alexa, have pointed out, or have sung about, it feels like coming out of a dark forest into a nice, warm campfire. With a wolf to help protect you. Like those sleepy time, over an hour YouTube videos are popular now. And that's what I really am. I'm the spark, I'm the flame that, people approach every now and then. Some people get burned by the flame. Some people don't know what it is. And some people enjoy it. That's another cavern. That's bad. The heck did we just stumble into? I mean, we've been boring through it this whole time, but that's not good. That's come back later kind of thing. So our staircase down through the mountain into the cave system. I mean, we're getting diamonds, so we're doing good. But I'm going to just close that off for right now. We're going to need to get a better picture. They make it hard on me. Excuse me, Woolgen. Why are you Woolgening good again? Wait, I really can't believe that they fixed the world gen. And they ruined with the adventure update or so. They fixed the world gen, guys. It's back to beta levels. Beyond beta levels. We're over the beta levels now in world gen awesomeness. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Look at it some more. I got some glare on my TV, but Casey really wants me to, you know, keep the light on right now. I mean, it's the middle of the day, but a nice little extra light in the spirit world is nice. Oh, that's so nice. Oh, that's so fantastic. We were digging down through a pillar. It's a giant cavern. I'm going to be right back just to save it. It's only been 6 minutes, but who cares? We're good. Also, forgot to save my game last time. My bad. What now? I guess we continue our journey? I'm hearing stuff next to me, so that's not good. Two pickaxes left next to this one. But yeah, so it turns out that we've known each other all this time. We've been, you know, going on long walks under the stars, which I always enjoyed with my starry eyes, and even without my starry eyes, by the time I had to go off to the conflict, go off to Feet Null, when I was 19 and she was 16 back in 2015. Yes, after this YouTube channel, we were seeing each other constantly we were seeing each other subconsciously up to that point in 2015. I believe by then she bought Jax's house, my best friend's house, next door, or her family bought it, you know, them being the Williams and also the Lucases. Yes. I have, you know, yes. George Lucas is my grandpa, is my grandpa-in-law. I feel pain. Actually, that's a good replacement. But you know, yeah, George Lucas is my father-in-law because he's Casey's grandfather. He prefers the term uncle, but you know, we all know the family relation. Especially since you can see it in her face. Casey, I have a picture of her when she was just a teenager. And I matched it to her in one of her videos on her YouTube channel. And, you know, like, I have a picture of her in one of my picture books that we used to make back in the day. You know, me and my family. And there's a few pictures in there of a father and daughter, which my grandparents don't know about. Neither does my dad, but my mom did. And that's Jeff Williams and Casey Lee Williams. So yeah, that's pretty damning evidence, don't you think? For an imaginary friend that, you know, my grandparents and dad thought she was all this time. Okay, this has to be like a base element now. This is just really nice. I'm not going to dig that out because I'm not willing to find what that's about, but we should probably start digging down again. We must find the bedrock. I don't know why they moved the floor so high up now, but I think that's a hint. But anyway, so yeah, I've been unconsciously seeing Casey all my life. You know, there's a 3-year age gap I mentioned before. But outside of that context, I've been seeing her my whole life. We definitely met for the first time in Disney World at Epcot around the little lights. in the ground, which are gone now. They're replaced by, I don't know why they're replaced with these line strips. It looks not right to me because I expect the story. I expect the story lights, not the modern day RGB. Like, why are you putting line strips into my oh no. I mean, this is a good thing, I think, but we're going to just make sure we didn't see that. And double back on ourselves after we exfoliate that a bit more. I mean, I'm hearing that right in my ear. I think we're going to need to give up on the staircase. There's too many caverns in the way. So let's head back up and do some above ground stuff if it's daytime. Get my axe out for the bling factor. But yeah, and when we were subconsciously seeing each other at Disney World, SeaWorld, because back before she bought the house next to me, she lived up north in her birth state, Massachusetts, in Boston, her birth city at least. No, it's not at least. She definitely came from there. Yeah, she still has family up there. Some moves out to California for some inexplicable reason. But no, she's been a major factor of my life, and I just couldn't remember it because of the Null Wars. I needed to keep her safe from Null, because Null will 100% take advantage of that. Oh, you get attached to something? Well, it's a shame if anything would become of them. So Casey has been able to live like this epic life of adventuring in the public light. What I would want, I think, instead of me having the quiet life at home. That's really pretty. Instead of me having the quiet life at home, I guess I should do something about that. I should have done that. I should not have done that. Why did I do that? Waste my max energy on that. I guess just put the cobblestone away. Keep the sticks on us. I guess get back into the mines. Again, remember, nothing will do. No, nothing just spawns, I don't think. And also, at least nothing's fun for a long while. And also, we don't drop loot on death. So, we don't drop our inventory on death, which is really nice. So I guess we're going to just find out what's going on in this cave. But yeah, no, we've known each other our whole lives, and we just forgot about it because of the war. Not because we got busy or anything, like us getting more busy than to see each other. Oh no, that's not what we do around here. But it's just that, again, like I said, the Null Force would 100% take advantage of the fact we love each other, and it's an attachment and whatever. The attachment thing in Star Wars is mostly a Star Wars thing, but IRL, it can't come up with that. So that's why throughout our lives, the only two people that knew we were an item was Jeff Williams and Marie Angelique West, my mom. Only they knew. I didn't know. Casey didn't know. Only they knew until Casey was mature enough to be by herself in a house, in a full house, and by far she's been fine with that, but she's been over here the last month or so since late February. Now it's late March, So she's been here, hoping that we'll be able to see each other once again, even though she's in physical and temporal proximity, literally in my room right now, on my bed right over there. She says hi. You can't hear her because I keep kicking her off into the spirit world. In fact, we're kind of like mutually agreeing that we cannot see each other right now, except for this non-seeing stuff, because it's just not the right time. We're not ready for it yet. And something a big hint at we're not ready yet, still, is the fact that we just had our memories fully unlock. And what the first memory we had of it was a full, very pretty, like, VR trailer for us becoming our true selves again. That we made with our uppercase god forms for when we would become able to fully take on the responsibility and power set that they have, or movesets that they have in power and in magic. And I do not want to be on that edge. And it showed basically what I, as Derek Alexander West, wanted the most out of my abilities, and what Casey Lee Williams wanted, and what my wife wanted Casey Lee Williams out of her abilities. Simply put, I wanted to have max creativity and max wonder, and she wanted max ability to know everything and fix things that are broken. We have done that! It's hard for us to believe even now, but we've done that. Yes, I know, Zombie. I know you exist. But we know that, and outside of, this not being exactly what we imagined it being, us being uppercase gods who grew up as humans, as human biological beings on the planet Earth, in Delta Zero timeline, yada yada yada, in Milky Way galaxy, yada yada yada, 9.77 billion years after, the Big Bang, yada yada yada. That, I saved my grandma with pure spite against the Null Force. I did not let the Null Force claim another one of my family. My mom and my grandparents were enough. Thank you very much, Null Force. My mom was the last one. I would not give up anyone else beyond that, especially not my grandma. As much as my grandma is my grandma, we still love her dearly, and we're not going to let the Null Force take her, this late into the game. The Null Force is very, very dead right now. You may be wondering, how can it still take my grandma if it's that dead? Well, it's after effects. The Null Forces, it's forces in life that side with it because the Null Force lies, cheats, and steals. Null Force very much created the devil. Caused one of my angels to become fallen and the war in heaven just because it would get to me. Most of those angels were not, the type of silly shizno that the devil is. I refuse to say it. I mean, it was never an archangel. There was only 2 archangels before my mom became one. Gabriel and our son Michael. And that's it. Now it's Miri, my mom. I don't understand this modern movement of trying to, make the devil and his wife all, pretty and fluffy when you don't want that. You really don't want that. Because the Null Wars is what happens when people decide. A Null War, like I said, I use, S for a very good reason. It's called Wars because it is a series of wars. It's a hoe. The No Force will never, ever, ever, ever be happy until everything's rendered to zero. I shudder to think what would happen if I didn't come along, and I shudder to think what happened before I came along. Like, was it like a system that just didn't work? Was it an omniverse system that didn't work or something? Like, all that was before time and space was just me and the No Force. No Force before me. But, I'm the one still standing, let's say. Also, I'll be right back. Saving your course because it's paranoid, but anyway. But still, the No Force can come back any time just from silly shiznos being silly shiznos. And yes, I'm using what the aliens used and the time gods used in Red vs. Blue because it's a pretty apt name for what I feel about people, about the soulless, who make stupid decisions all the time, including just pressing the worst decision button over and over and over again. You know, we actively do the things that, you know, create No Force. You will eventually make it intelligent again, like a freaking grave mine from Halo, and it will try to kill me again. It will try to end all existence, and it knows all existence is protected by me, that guy. You know, the Holy Spirit, whatever you want to call me. I prefer just Stir or Derek, thank you very much. Mr. West, if you're feeling generous. Is that a bat screech? Are you sure about that? Oh, it's because I'm mining. I need the blocks at the same time, and that just sounds weird. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, I'm getting used to how things sound now. Because things sound very different when you have superhuman hearing and superhuman brain activity and whatnot. Also, I did figure out that I'm actually part that my entire family, my entire biological family, including, of course, Casey. Although, you know how biological families work, right? Okay, good. That we are actually descendants of pre-modern humans, aka what I call the Homo libertas. I mean, there's another scientific name for us, but I prefer Homo libertas. Thank you very much. And essentially, modern science thinks we went extinct for some reason, and I'm not quite sure why. Because there's at least a couple million of us, if not a couple billion of us, on the ground today. So I'm not quite sure where science has gone on that subject and just decided to go to Looney Town. But anyway. Yes, erect building staircase. Because I do not want to explore caverns right now. There's actually caverns that look like what we found. I will find bedrock. I will find it! It is what I must do. Whenever we can do Minecraft world, or join one, I must find bedrock. Or diamond, fantastic. You know, all the diamonds that we're finding are just extra. Also means we're getting close, I think. Or at least that's why it was originally. I don't know what it's like now with the new ore generation. Does the new terrain generation have new ore generation? I do not know. I will not be updating this I will not be updating the save to go with, because one, that always it never ends well with me in more Minecraft for some reason, but I just can't. I just cannot. I just make sure I grab those because it could just fall in lava. Especially since we know there's lava at this level. I'm gonna hate to waste this. There we go. Now I throw it's getting parched, but we're almost done here. But yeah. So we're descended from a long line of, a long line of humans that are just better in every way. The reason why people think we don't exist, think we stopped existing is because They're stupid. That's why. I mean, also the fact that we're just not a large number, and also they're stupid. I really hate modern, in quotations, science, unquotations, because it's not science, like in the slightest. I am a scientist because I do the scientific method, and all the results I have by I research, I experience it, or I've seen it other ways. But like I research and I experience it. I use the scientific method. I refuse to use the old way of just beaming knowledge and thoughts into other people's heads. Having a conversation civil-like by just beaming knowledge into each other's heads. I refuse to do that with in my human form. I can, but it works. It works still, but it's hard to do that. It's hard to do that with people who are not used to it. Let's say. And it's awkward when you're not in spirit chat with the spirit link. But like I really hate modern science. I'm fine with science in the modern day, but modern science, no, it's all wrong because they don't believe in science to begin with. They don't believe in the scientific method. And if you don't believe in the scientific method, you are not a scientist. The scientific method is the basis of science and is all the qualifications you need to be a scientist. If you do the scientific method, you're a scientist in the story. That's how things have always worked, but only after the 19... Oh, that redstone, that's nice. Oh, do we have a thunderstorm? I thought we were opening some... opening some Eldritch Horror. I really still don't understand. I can hear a thunderstorm like deep underground. But anyway. For our first redstone, but no gold making 2 o'clock. Most disappointing. I do like this version of redstone. Very nice. Again, but we still don't have deep slate. Friggin'. I'm getting my iron next because why not? Just gotta be extra safe and extra fast. I'm going the long way. Yes, oh. Okay, done with that for right now anyway. Okay, just making sure I'm just to save that clip, just be sure. Especially how my computer is these days. Yeah, the AI, we killed it on camera too, which is awesome. But that rogue AI really did a number on my computer, and they're also known as MS co-pilots doing their best to fix it. It's not going well, but yeah, I mean, it's much better than it was. I knew that was there, totally. It's much better than it was, but it's still very broken. Like, it has good moments and bad moments. It has ups and downs. The AI made my computer bipolar, I guess. But anyway. Okay, we're safe. We're good. So, yeah. I truly, yeah, now that the null force has been defeated, all that's left are their forces. Good. We can fix them. It's just life that's fine, that went on, it's just life that chose poorly. We can fix that. We cannot fix the null force. When the null force is established, I'm on my first go around here, I'm pretty sure me, the Holy Spirit's on my first go around. I'm pretty sure this is how things work. But again, because of my experience, I know to ask questions when I know everything. still ask questions, still do science, and still do engineering, still do poetry. Like when you come to the point of I know everything, stop and think about it for a second. Do you really? And I know for a fact I do not really. Or else how would I know that Ruby Rose would have been created just from me isolating my wonder? I wouldn't. Because that was a unique development. And I had never encountered it before. Because I had never done it before. Watch has a problem all the time, apparently. But I don't. At least in the Derver's Watch has that problem, apparently. Of, making a separate self and it becoming, its own intelligence. But yeah, I just don't know what that's like. I am not on solid ground. Oh, fake gravel! That's a new thing! What a novel concept! Fake gravel! What does the world come to? There's fake dirt and now fake gravel? I don't know what I hate more. Of course, hate's always a little term for me. I am doing the commentaries. Fake gravel. What a modern heresy. I don't know if that's and I also don't know if that's the mod, if that's just, the worst part of the mod, and get on that immediately. But yeah. Fake gravel. I believe this is andesite. Was it actual gravel? Oh, don't tell me that both studs on top. That's heresy for this. That's bedrock. No, it ain't deep slate. Oh yeah, I guess deep slate is fake bedrock. And I like deep slate. Why does that be fake bedrock? Okay, I'm definitely serious. Where's none of this nonsense? I will find the end. Not at the end. I mean the bottom of the world. I will find the bottom of the world. I will find the bedrock. Oh, we need to put down torches. Well, I guess we gotta head back up and wrap things up. Because I am out of things to say, at least for the second. But yeah, Casey wanted me to record this. Yes, I do have ray tracing on the individual bits. Yay! Let's see how long it takes. But yeah, Casey wanted me to record this just to, because she wanted me to. She wants to hear me record. She wants to one day hear me record in person. And not just in the spirit world like we are right now in the same time and space. And yes, as always, and. It always was and. Modern science, for some reason, got deluded into thinking it's both. It's one singular thing. It's not. It just isn't. It's like... I really don't understand what's going on in modern scientists' head, or quotation scientists' head. I really don't. I really don't know what's in their head, because it just makes no literal sense to me. Like, how can you say one thing is scientific fact, and then say another thing is scientific fact, but they counter each other, the opposites, are contradiction. Another basis of science, people argue, if not law, contradictions. When one thing cannot be the other thing. You cannot have the weapon that penetrates everything, and in one hand, and have the armor that protects against everything in the other. How does that work? How can you prove that is A, the case, or B, not the case? You gotta test it. Stab the thing. Use the spear to stab the impenetrable shield, for example. That didn't take long at all. Actually, it's faster than my staircases now. I am ashamed to admit, but I think my staircases are outdated. Unfortunately. Oh, it's tough. Oh. Fake gravel's tough. Yep, that's the thing that exists. Alright. Let's head back down here and wrap things up. Let's use our bread this time. Wait, you're hungry anyway. But yeah, no, like, I'm pleased with what we talked about this episode. Actually, we need this here. I'm pretty sure we don't need this here. That's a shovel. That's fake dirt. I love this spot so much. I'm going to just eat the fake dirt dropping to nothing. We can see the moon. That's just moving. There you go. That's the money shot. Let's eat our bread. And I'll place the torch. Oh, that's a nice foggy, yeah, there's some weather condition going on, I believe. Or that's just the actual fog where you don't see it in the daytime or as often. But yeah, no, like, that'll be it for this video. Thanks for watching. And before we do the outro, I like the story for today. I like the stories we told for today. Again, I'm fully recovered from the Null Wars, and I am finally my true self again. For the first time in a long time. No matter how you slice it, no matter where you put the true self marker, for my human self, it's before I got schizophrenia. So around 16 for myself. Or no, it's around 2013. It's in 2013 when I was recording the SimCity Let's Play. You can also mark it 1,000 years ago when the Null Forces tried to take me out for the first time, and failed. But you know, it succeeded in annihilating the Roman Republic and then replacing it with the Roman Empire. But thankfully, you know, Jesus was able to create the Christians, and they have been a big help ever since, especially the Catholics. And the Jews, too, and the Muslims, not the Islamists, the Muslims. Again, the Muslims are the ones that follow Muhammad. The Islamists are the ones that follow the Quran. Or they're the ones that follow Shura law, let's be more specific. And of course, all the atheists that are good atheists, like my sister, and just the mom's Methodists being weird, and leading up to my mom and her being awesome because she's a Methodist. She was raised a Methodist, and Methodists are basically Catholics that are a few that are just wacky. But anyway, I'm just remembering so much now of a life I lived, but I couldn't remember because of operational doctrine. I needed to be the self I was when I was fighting the Null Force head on for everything to work out exactly as I planned. All those years ago, probably over 9.77 years ago, because I am him, I am the Holy Spirit, I am the Omni-Everything. And I just need to get used to to being that. And only surrounding myself with people who can handle that fact. Not many people can. And I need people, you know, I can't just seclude myself on a mountaintop like many Eastern philosophers and prophets do, and gurus do. That's not a life I want to live, nor could I live that life. I need a modern conveniences in my little tiny den I have here in Jacksonville. You know, I'm the dragon with the hoard of treasure, protecting the villages around me, and them, you know, taking care of me as I protect them. It's a system that works. On whatever level, however you want to qualify the system I have around myself, it works. And it worked to defeat the most monstrous villain of all time, the Null Force. an entity so old that I do not know how old it is because I was not counting time then. I'm pretty sure someone can look into the database, the sum of all knowledge, and find out exactly how long I was finding the Nullforce for, and find out exactly what I was and where I came from, beyond the fact that I just willed myself into existence because existence sounded fun to me. And I'm just going to be okay with that. Because I have to be. I'm not going to be the one to answer that question. It's going to take a lot of resources and a lot of thinking by computers, biologicals, you know, and interdimensional monsters, and interdimensional creatures, you know, like the whole 9 yards. It's going to take a lot of understanding and time to figure out exactly what I am, where I came from, and yeah. And I really shouldn't worry about being alone in my number. There's only one Holy Spirit. I shouldn't also worry about what if I'm wrong? What if there is something I do not know, and that's like we're in a simulation? There are way bigger threats than an all force. But based on all the data on the database, based on all the everything I know of everything, I cannot find any reason, and no one else can. That's why they're so happy to see me in my heroes, like you guys. Like you are a help, and if you're not, you can join. Just gotta believe what I'm telling you. Well, you guys just believe these facts I'm spitting, as far as I know them anyway. But yeah, no, like I just do not, like me and Casey just need time. We need time to kindle my flame and her diamond into one, like we have all the time. Hey, like we have done before countless times. I know what she sounds like. I know what she talks about. I have talked with her during the time where we couldn't see each other consciously, because she was saying princesses that keep, that kept, abandoning me when things got too serious. That was her. Yes, I got friend-zoned by my wife at least 5 times, or at least 3 times. It's horrific, but like she had to do it. She knew it was for the mission that we not consciously know each other. Now we got each other cornered in a room. Literally me and her. I'm in my chair. She's in my bed. Our bed, let's be honest. And we just, we don't know what to do at this point. Because we want to see each other really badly. We can make it happen. But we don't. We're still being silly shiznos about it. Yes, I'm the Holy Spirit. She's my lucky charm. End of story. Just freaking kiss already and do the high five so we can move on with everything. Move on with the new dawn that we got that we all in Endurance Heroes Green and Blue and the COU have won the day for. Everyone else can celebrate. Literally just the other day when we were celebrating my dad's birthday, he's born on Valentine's Day, by the way. When we were celebrating his birthday a week later, the Catholics were out, and everyone in my neighborhood was having family gatherings. There was literally nothing else going on. I said a long time ago that Green and Bluers don't need reason to party; they just do it anyway. There's that, and then there is just the simple fact that, we were celebrating my dad's birthday, and also no one got to celebrate the creation days because it was the first time. It was the first annual creation days, and no one knew I was going to spontaneously create a massive snow cane, from Jacksonville with my power. No one saw it coming either. That is kind of scary, actually, thinking about it. They should have known I've been able to do that. I just need to get enough conditions, like enough heat in the Gulf, by the way, it's called the Gulf. You need no more quantifiers. There is no post tense. It's the Gulf. If you need to put something in the way of Gulf, after Gulf, it's called the Gulf of the Gulf States. Simple as that. But anyway, um, yeah, like I was able to take the heat from the Gulf and just slam it into the polar vortex that was coming to visit us, and create a snow cane using the heat from the water in an aquifer as the core for as the snow cane, and made a massive one, I might add, and just sent it off all the way up the north coast across to Greenland, across to Ireland, and across to Iceland, and then the UK, and then and then Europe, I believe. I got lost track of it at that point. It wasn't really snow cane anymore. It was a post blizzard cane, I guess, or something like that. I don't think people have words for that yet. But no, like, that was a once in a million year event, and I'm going to do it again next year. Because I'm pretty sure I can drum up enough of that heat energy next year for the summer to do it. But anyway. Well, it looks like the sunrise is over, so thanks for watching. And I guess, see you in a second.